The Fusion Cable's legs and abs workout routine is going to challenge our lower half and bring it all together with resisted crunches. To begin, we're going to work with the Fusion Cable's rows and squats. It's going to be a combination move that's going to get our heart rate up and challenge our leg endurance. We're going to be utilizing all 6 Fusion Cable mounts here. So go ahead and put one level Fusion Cable on each one and bring it to a central location. Next, grab your anchor strap, put it around all the loops to one central location. We're going to be utilizing 2 handles here for our rows and squat jump. To begin, you're going to walk off the wall just a little bit and we're going to sink down in our hips with a great squat position. Drop your hips back, get a good 90 in your knees, getting full extension through our glutes, quads, and hammies. Next, we're going to be exploding up into the air. The more that we can work high, the more our heart rate will increase, lowering our body fat and strengthening our legs. You're going to complete 5 squat jumps and move immediately into a row. So we're going 5 squats, 5 rows, 5 squats, all the way up to 40 reps. You're going to take about a 60-second break in between 4 sets of this to get nice and loose. But pay attention to your row positioning. We want the chest up, we want to drive the elbows back and really squeeze through our backside. The more muscle groups we can recruit here, the looser and more ready we're going to be to get results throughout this leg and ab workout. Now on to some isolation exercises. We're going to drop one of the Fusion handles and we're going to be working with just one. Stack your hands on top and get in a lateral position for the oblique static holds. We're going to drop down in the lunge position. Outside leg will be our dominant leg. Now drive your hands out in front of you in a position that's going to challenge our core. If you leave your hands closer to you, we're only going to get that leg activation, but here we're going to try to get our core fired up too. So extend those hands out, find that nice centralized point, and challenge that balance for 20 total seconds. If you find it too easy, we need to move farther off the wall and stretch the Fusion Cables a bit so we get more activation. If you find that you're not strong enough for this exercise for all 6 levels, make sure that you take off the top ones and utilize the bottom 4 for this particular exercise. 20-second spacing one direction and 20-second spacing the other with only 30 seconds of break in between. We're going to complete 3 total rounds of this, keeping our pace extremely high so that we can power through the workout. Drop down in your hips now. As your legs get fatigued, we can't stand up. We want to work on a nice 90-degree front side. So get down in that lunge position, chest stays up, hips are low, and stay in that lunge position for the duration of the workout. Our legs should be burning now as we move into this next lateral lunge sequence. Go ahead and unhook the Fusion anchor strap. We're going to be utilizing only one arm. Take your 3 Fusion Cables, slide your anchor strap back through there or hook them directly to the Fusion handle. We're now going to get into a lateral lunge plane. Hands stay out in front, still activating our core, and drive off the wall, getting low into our outside hip. The key to the lunge is not sitting in the knee as much as driving back for the hip. Remember, if you're working off your toe and you're sliding that knee forward over your toe, we're not really going to get the same muscle activation that we want to get the best results. Kick your hips back and utilize your hips. You're also going to feel a lot of pressure in your back leg, driving out with your groin in this position, holding that resistance. The more activation we get, the more results we get. So slide in and out for 10 to 12 repetitions and then follow it up with a 10-second hold. We're going to get in that nice 90, down low with our hips back, and then hold. Take some deep breaths and control your breathing and work that core with a nice big chest. Switch sides and complete the exact same sequence on the other leg for 3 total sets. Same rules apply for the first exercise as it does for this one. 30-second breaks in between. We want more time under tension here for our lower half to get better results. We're going to move into the Fusion Cable stability squats now. Notice here, we've got a different setup with 2 Fusion Cables high and 2 Fusion Cables low, and we've eliminated the middle resistance cable. Now, if you need more resistance, go ahead and put the one in the middle. If you need less, go ahead and lose the ones on the top. The key is that we're going to be working a little bit of stability as we get some nice air squats in. Walk out into the resistance and you're going to lock your arms in an activated position. Don't let your arms sit back without any flex. We want to bring them up into a nice activated position where we're getting a little bit of shoulder, a little bit of chest, and a lot of core stability as we complete these squats. You may not feel it tremendously in your legs here, but the key is you've got to get the activation in the top half. That whole time that we're trying to stabilize, we've got to utilize our core and our hips to be in alignment for the squat position. Also, now you're going to tip forward slightly. If you're working directly vertical, you're going to be pulled back on your tail. So tilt forward a little bit, work off them toes, and work powerfully for 15 repetitions for 4 complete sets. Again, it's a quick pace, 30-second breaks. Keep the pace high as you move through. Our leg portion of this workout is about to our conclusion, but first we're going to target our hamstrings. Utilize 1 to 2 fusion cables. We're going to mount them on the bottom, walk them out, and then put them around our ankle. We're going isolation hamstring curls. Laying on your stomach, you're gonna have your head more neutral to the ground. Don't arch your back. We're trying to stay very neutral with our upper body as we curl our hamstring to our butt. If you've never completed an isolation curl before, you're gonna feel like slinging your leg out with a nice relaxation at the eccentric portion of this. We do not wanna do this. We wanna accelerate forward and then decelerate back, slowly keeping the activation there and back. 15 reps for 4 sets on one leg, short 15 to 30-second breaks. We're gonna complete all 4 sets on your left leg and then all 4 sets on your right leg to complete the leg workout. Time to dig into our abs with the fusion cable wipes. Utilizing 2 cables on each side, we're gonna need a little bit more resistance. If you weigh more, you may need more resistance. Bring in the middle mounts. Drive your hips off the ground, and then you're gonna practice wiping the wall. Keep your body in a straight plank position and reach. This should be a very difficult exercise. We're gonna complete 8 to 10 repetitions, and you should be completely toast. The key is once the hips come off the ground, they don't touch again. We're gonna work our feet and try to stay in a very planked position. Go down to the brink of all you can hold and then work your way back up, never touching your butt on the ground. Increase your resistance level until you find what you need to complete this exercise at its best. Again, now we're going 10 repetitions for 6 sets, 30-second breaks in between. The next exercise is gonna play off our low mount. We're gonna be working the 3-point pull downs. You're gonna square up to one of the fusion mounts and we're gonna be driving our hand down by our hip. As you move that hand back up, we're getting great activation, stabilizing in the 3-point position, but we're also gonna be firing a little bit of the back and the lat muscles. Bring that arm up just past the ear. You don't need to go too awful high. The exercise is working down. Control this movement and play off the wipes now. Your abs should already be burning from the previous exercise, so this is gonna be a great stability exercise to follow it up with. We've got 10 repetitions on the left arm, 10 repetitions off the right arm, and then we'll take our 30-second break and repeat this sequence for 3 total sets. If you find that you don't have the right level of resistance, we're gonna need to increase it. We've always gotta challenge our body, even in a 3-point position. Drive your hand down and keep a big chest. The more you roll your body forward, it's not an exercise that goes towards your hips. It's an exercise that comes out to the side, activating our lat and our obliques as stabilizers. The fusion cable cross crunch is going to be back out where we were completing the wipes exercise. We're gonna have both cables in our hands ready to rock from side to side. Reach out and extend, squeezing the oblique, working the sides of our abs as you reach for 20 total reps. If it's a little too heavy, don't be scared to drop off one of the level resistance bands. The key is range of motion. Things are gonna be real simple in our ab workout. We've got a 30-second break in between this sequence as well for 3 total sets. You're back and forth, 20 repetitions, take your break, stretch your abs slightly, and then get ready for the next exercise. The final exercise through our ab routine is going to challenge from the 2-point position. We're gonna flip it back over and grab one fusion handle utilizing the same resistance. Come off the wall a little bit, and we're gonna be using opposite arm, opposite leg as our movers. So the fusion anchor is in one hand, and we've got the other one as a good base, while our opposite leg is our other base. Now the hand with the anchor is going to be moving with our knee. We're gonna meet in the middle, get a good cross squeeze, and then extend out with a good reach before we come back down for 12 repetitions. Be sure that you come off the wall. When you bring your arm above your head, there should not be any slack in the fusion cables. We're working in the range of resistance, so go find that spot where it's stretched at the highest point you can reach. Drive down for that cross squeeze, bring the knee in, and really flex your abs as you move through the entire sequence. Things will be much of the same here as far as reps and sets go. We're going to 12 repetitions, 3 sets with 30-second breaks in between to wrap up the workout. The fusion legs and abs workout should be completed very quickly. Stay with the rest periods. Don't take extended breaks. We want to be moving through this workout so that we can complete a lot of these exercises with muscle stimulations from the previous exercises. Push yourself and really challenge every movement during this workout.